Hey guys, Valentine here. I wanted to be a little bit respectful of people that maybe don't know how to use their subtitles and and can't hear, so they can read. Hopefully they tune into my real estate library TV. I'm trying to help everybody else out. I'll try to see if I can use more of this cue cards down the road, and just trying to be respectful. So first, it's in case you guys don't know, real estate library. It's me, Valentine. So I'm sure you're wondering what's a fsbo. Well, this is what a fsbo is. It's home for sale by owner. I'm sure you've been driving down the road and you see a sign that says home for sale by owner. Well, you wonder what that means. Well, what that means is a person decided to sell their house and not use a realtor. Why would someone sell their own house and not use a realtor? Because realtors have a lot more experience in selling houses than an owner, right? Well, the good thing about not using a realtor is, in case you guys don't know, sellers always pay realtors. They pay the listing agent and the buyer's agent. Well, a person wants to use a fsbo because he doesn't want to pay anybody. He posts his house for $175,000. He wants $175,000. He's not gonna pay your closing costs. He's not gonna pay nothing. He wants to walk out with $175,000. That's what he wants. That's why he has a fsbo. He makes up his own rules. Why is it bad? Well, it's bad for you because if you're using FHA, which is first-time home buyer, which is 3.5% of the loan amount, or if you're using 5% conventional, well, guess what? If you're financing it, you still have, the closing costs still have to be paid. So if you're using a realtor, they're going to find a way to get the seller to pay for some of the closing costs. Probably all of them. You always shoot for them to sell all of them. That's the reason the listing agent always factors all that in. That people are always going to ask for the closing costs, and they have to pay 6%. So I mean, you're talking about almost 10% worth of money that the seller's losing. So all that is factored in how much he wants to take to the, wants to take with him. Why is it insane? Well, it's insane because say we're looking at New Braunfels and all the houses in this area, say Havenwood, are 1,200 square feet and they're all selling for $175. Well, it's insane because usually a lot of people that are fsbos, they shoot for the moon. They want $195,000. They want $200,000 for their property that are selling for $175,000. I mean, why do they do that? Well, maybe they have a little experience in real estate, or maybe they're just crazy. They think their house is valued at that price and they don't care. The problem is when the appraisal comes in and they're getting financed. Well, the appraisal is gonna say, no, your house isn't worth that amount. And the appraisal is always going to protect the bank. So in case you walk away from your property and they're going to foreclose on it, there's no way that the bank is going to overpay for your property. So sometimes a lot of the fsbos, they'll ask for cash deals only, and they'll sit on they'll let the property sit in the market for over a year. They don't care. They're not desperate to sell, and they want their $175 or the $200,000, and they're going to wait. Eventually the market will catch up, and they're gonna win. They're willing to wait on their property and sit on it. Isn't there an opportunity? Well, there's an opportunity if you're an investor like as myself, because you're gonna come in with cash and you're most probably gonna underbid that fsbo because he has been sitting on the market, has been sitting in his home for 6-7 months. And not only that, but most of the time investors drive down every single road. They pick different neighborhoods. They drive down all the roads and they look for the signs. And realtors, they see this sign, they might stop and they might ask questions to see if down the road, if the property's been listed for 3-4 months, they're gonna say, hey, I can help you list your property on the MLS. And if the person is not desperate, they're gonna say, no, I'm good. That's the reason I have for sale by owner. You're welcome to list it on MLS by yourself. I'm not paying a $600, $700 fee to go on MLS, on ABOR or SABOR. So you want to list it, go ahead, but you can bring in any client you want. I'm not paying for your fee. and if it continues down the road, they might give up. They might go 1.5% down. So if you're a realtor, you rather take that than no deal at all, because hopefully this guy's an investor and owns multiple properties. But FSBOs are bad for first-time home buyers, because I mean you're coming to the table with $5,000-6,000 for a closing cost, and I mean for down payment, and you want someone to pay your closing costs. You're a first-time home buyer. You're tired of living in an apartment. You want to get a home, but you don't have 10, 11, 13, 14, $15,000 to drop on a property, and you don't even know what the property is gonna, if the fridge is gonna break, if the AC is gonna break. You know, of course, you might ask for home warranty, but once again, he's not paying for anything. That's what a FSBO is. FSBO has a lot of power, but the longer the property sits on there, the most probably, you know, with the good salesmanship, you might take, if you're a realtor, you'll find a way to convince them to let you list it. So that's what a FSBO is. In case you ever seen those signs, home for sale by owner. Another very similar tactic is you know, makememove.com. And this is just same difference. It's just called Make Me Move. I don't want to move, but if you give me some stupid price, you shoot for the moon, and I like it, I'll take it. But I'm not paying your agent. I'm not paying your closing costs. That's pretty much the same difference. And like I said, cash is always king. You come to somebody with cash. It closes in 7 days. In 7 days, they get their money. The closing costs are like $200-300. So, you know, like I said, that's why a lot of investors do phenomenal in the real estate market, because the cash is king. So, first-time home buyers, should you do a FSBO? Probably not. A seasoned investor? Well, absolutely. You already know the game. So, good luck, everybody out there. You know, stay blessed, stay informed. You know, keep up with the vocabulary terms. Oh, and one real quick note here. So it's gonna be backwards, but you can use your mirror. If you're an investor, you want to pay closing costs. You're only allowed to ask 2%. That's in the state of Texas. And if you're only occupied, you can ask for 4%, but not in a FSBO. It's just extra information I wanted to throw in. So remember, 2%, guys. If you're an investor and you're buying a property, just so you know, you can only ask 2% from the seller to pay. Can't ask for 4%. And if you're the owner occupied, then which means you're living there, you can ask for the 4%. This is just extra information. Maybe I'll talk about it down the road, but I should have mentioned it in the previous video. Have a blessed night. It's Saturday. Hopefully you guys are safe out there. Some of us are still working. Yes, I work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's fine. It's part of the game. And like Gary Vee said, you know, being an entrepreneur, being an investor is you know, a lonely life. No, I mean, families, they're all hanging out on Saturday and Sundays. I'm still working. I mean, it's almost bedtime for me. Gotta be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's just part of my life. You know, trying to leave a legacy behind. Keep moving forward. Very blessed to have the opportunity to share my knowledge with you. A little background on me. My dad was a land developer, and then it was 14 properties, 3 branches. I've been doing this since I was 31 years old. Of course, I've always had the background with my dad, you know, rental properties. So, you know, I have mentors. You know, get a mentor. Mentors are good. You know, I will tell you, don't be desperate to find a mentor, and don't be over appreciative, because that, I mean, at the end of the day, you're messing with human beings, and human beings seem to take advantage of people that are desperate or over appreciative. You know, bring value to any situation. Everybody has value. Always learn the vocabulary terms. You know, look up mortgage lending. Look up all this FHA, USDA, VA. You know, conventional loans. Don't walk into a situation you want some mentor to teach you, and you don't even know basic terms. Like, I'm sure you've seen signs on the side of the road. You know, an investor looking for mentorees. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's all bullshit. An investor is so busy that he pays somebody to put those, they're called bandit signs up. He's fishing to see, you know, how he can use you. I wouldn't trust that personally. Maybe there's a guy out there that he's so successful and so busy that he's really maybe fishing for somebody that's good. I doubt it. The people that I work with that mentor people, you have to bring value. I mean, if you speak Spanish, you speak different language, they will appreciate it and they will teach you if you bring something to the table. But for you to waste their time is very valuable. Most probably it's not gonna happen. I mean, you're gonna have to have some kind of value to the company. That's a fact, because you know they're busy. Real estate is ongoing, and the big boys that are playing these games, there are 7 days, 7 days, guys. You know, they start at 5 o'clock in the morning and at 11 o'clock at night. How do they do it? God only knows, because I love my sleep. But I do seven days also. I just love my sleep. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much. You know, hit me up whenever you want to. My email is vd49560@yahoo.com. Valentine signing off for the night. Thank you so much. Have a blessed night.